are live at the McDowell Miracle Mile podcast station.
I like that. That might actually stick.
Nice.
I think that's really, really good. What's up? This is Ed and my man Michael. Michael on the mile, or is it McDowell Miracle Michael?
It's 3 M's according to Adrian. I got to start learning how to do some spray paint murals. And that's my handle.
Really?
Yeah. McDowell Miracle Mike.
McDowell Miracle
Or
Mike.
Miracle Mile Mike.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's all over the place. It's like McDowell Michael Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
3 M's.
Yeah, any way that it goes, you are that guy.
So that's
Appreciate you.
us. All right, sweet.
Cool. So, hey, y'all, today we are coming to get you feedback on the mile. We're going to do this at least once a month and make sure that you have what's happening as we're seeing it, because we're seeing a lot of things. And one thing that we had talked about, Michael and I recently, is we all want to be on the same page for those of us that are, lobbying for amazing things happening on the mile in the future and right now. And the way we can do that is to make sure that we get you the content and the information that we are seeing. And with that, we'll.
But also, if we don't hear what's going on, you can't share that content and really connect other folks who perhaps can't come to a meeting or they have something going on. So
Yeah, that's great feedback. And for those of you that aren't able to make meetings, or like Michael said, if something happens and you're on this silo and nobody hears about it, then not much is going to happen about it, right? And then you're having to go it alone. But if you can bring us into it, or at least knowing what's happening, we're going to do a better job of focusing on that Slack channel, making sure that we're paying attention to it and that everybody has access to it. So as things come up, we can log that stuff and take note and make sure that the respectable parties and the people that need to know about it are knowing about it.
because it's a text away. Like I got a text from somebody yesterday, and if it goes to me and let's say I'm not available and it's urgent, then it kind of sits there for a while, like you were saying, in that silo. But if it's on a Slack channel and you've got your other neighbors and they're like, oh, I know exactly who to call or what to do,
Yeah,
that's how we get it moving.
dig it. Nice.
So, well, what's happening right now? What's coming up?
Oh, goodness. So we've got a few things. So right now with the revitalization, next month we're going to be doing a walk on the mile in January. That's something that everyone that wants to partake can. But what we're doing, we're working with our friends over at LISC and Rail CDC and Trellis, and we're going to walk the mile and see what spots are the most trouble spots with people that need to see where these trouble spots are, right? Those of us that walk it every day or try to, we see it. But for those that are maybe carrying some more influence that can help us in this situation, we want to do our best to make sure that they are seeing what we need down here firsthand. I think that's important.
And so the people that are coming, is that when you're talking about the nonprofits and rail, what exactly is the walk going to do? What are we looking at?
Yeah, I think it's looking at this from the trouble spot area and really just getting people to see what we see.
All right.
Those that aren't walking it like you are every day, right?
Yeah.
Or every other day. And it's like, I think it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to feel it and to know where those spots are. And I think that'll just increase that awareness.
Like the speed, and if you're walking on the sidewalk, and if we can get folks from the council office to come on this walk as well,
Yeah.
then they can see what the clients here and the owners of the businesses are feeling and seeing every day.
Yeah, and the potential in the area. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, and the potential of the businesses that are here. And I think that's helpful. There was some great feedback at Councilwoman Pastor's talk over at Space a couple weeks ago, and a couple of people in the neighborhood offer some feedback. And based on that feedback, it's like we gotta reduce the traffic on the street. Like it's got to slow down. It's dangerous and it prevents people from wanting to be here. And then in turn, from a standpoint of supporting the merchants, like I want more people walking down here, more people biking back here around here, because that's going to get more business to you all as merchants and keep you in business and making this place your long-term home.
And Councilwoman Pastor said she wants feedback, and your clients, reaching out to her, the neighbors. There's funding out there. There's federal funds to help create a slower, safer shopping district. But if no one's advocating for it or asking for it, there's other parts in the city where she's going to do something.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Good feedback, Michael. The other thing we wanted to talk about is we are going to be hosting our merchants meetings now on the third Tuesday of the month in the morning at 8:30. We're going to be hosting them from this space. We're going to be doing it as well. It'll be video feeds. So for those of you that can't make it, you can at least plug in, give us any feedback that you have, or just to sit in and hear what's happening behind the scenes as to the conversations we're having, because it's all fun. It's all good momentum and positive movement forward. And without seeing that, again, sometimes it can feel lonely, right? We've been there, like as a business owner, right? It's like you just those feelings when you're doing it by yourself. So if you can at least see that things are happening, makes it more fun.
Yeah, and if you can attend, it'll be on the YouTube channel. It'll
Yeah.
be recorded, where it's not just for you, but I think for everybody else too. That's for the public to be, oh, okay, cool. This is what's going on.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a good point. Also, we've got some cool stuff that's happening. So the Miracle Mile McDowell Miracle Mile Association, that was recently trademarked, which is cool. So now we can use that information, and we can. There are some things we have working behind the scenes that you'll start to see little by little that will help in creating awareness on the mile, and I think it will just be a good play for everybody. Yeah.
And with the trademark, and that's for logos, or for the actual title of the McDowell Miracle Mile.
Yes.
And what can we use that for in the future?
That is yet to be determined, but we'll find out.
I know,
Yeah.
but you don't yet.
Spoiler alert. You're so funny, man. Yeah, we'll see. We're getting there.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
No,
have
it's
to.
cool. I'm actually really excited about it. So
Yeah, everything in due time, right?
Yeah.
Because I think as you all are seeing all this stuff, it's like we're always going to have all kinds of ideas. We're always going to have all these things that we can do and moving forward and moving the needle for our businesses. And for me, the Miracle Mile Merchants Association is another business, but it's a business that needs to support the merchants. And how do we do that? We've got to have funding. We've got to have engagement. We have to have all these different things that are going to ultimately lead to a brighter community, of course, for everyone that lives around here, but for the merchants specifically. And that's what it's for. It's for the merchants. So again, that's why I want to make sure that as we roll these things out, you all aren't seeing a bunch of ideas that are happening anymore. It's more so, no, we're moving the needle. Like, these things are actually happening. And if it's happening in a vacuum, where you're not able to see it because maybe you're not engaged or you're too busy in your business, like, we want to make it more accessible to you, so you have access to it in easier ways through our YouTube page or through social media, which Michael does a great job updating. You do, but again, those are the things that we need to make sure that everybody knows and sees what's happening, because when
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, I kind of feel like I dropped the ball, but I also want to say this is an opportunity for you to connect with us. We had two big anniversaries this weekend, and so the Boom Boom Room, 3 years, and
Congrats, Rashida.
Yeah, and Space Coffee, 2 years. So,
Congrats, Andy.
but if we're not aware of that, then it's difficult to create that video or that email and to send it to, first of all of you, and secondly, our community, right? Your customers or your potential customers. So kind of a late celebration. I'm excited that there's so many great businesses, and I think adding a calendar or something to the future where you can update would help that.
I think that's a great idea. And
So
yeah, you'll see one soon. Cool. I think all of the things that we wanted to touch on, we did. For those of you that had questions also about bus stops, that is something that we're going to be looking at on that walk as well. It's something that is a priority. So I want you all to give us your feedback when you can. I might reach out to a couple of you individually just to make sure that maybe I get some pictures, additional things that we can get that would support, our motivation for wanting to maybe reduce the backstops or whatever it is, whether we're moving them or whatever that looks like. I'm not sure. I'm not a traffic engineer, but I know that there's elements about those bus stops that make them very easy for people just to hang out and stay in and do things that we don't want them to be doing on the mile.
exactly.
Cool. Awesome.
Sweet.
Michael.
I guess we'll see you on the mile.
Yes. We'll see you on the mile. Is that
Nice.
the way we're going to end this?
Yeah,
Like
we'll
every
see you
show?
on the
We'll
mile.
see you on the mile. And we'll have to do like this thing. Yeah. Cool.
We'll figure something out.
Thanks for watching, y'all.